Shout out to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. So lately I've been getting a bunch of really great commissions. Last week I had a commission with Vans. They got me to make an augmented reality rug, and this week I'm doing something with Foot Locker EU. They have a little project that they had going on where they were giving out a grant to young creatives that were still in school. So basically they could get into creativity, which is all about, you know, kind of what I'm about. I like to make sure that I'm spreading the knowledge and equipping people to access their creativity. And it's mad that like just doing these videos and I guess posting on Instagram has kind of led to these great commissions I've been getting lately. So keep that energy going, keep it flowing for the community, you know what I mean? So I think I'm gonna do the same thing that I did last week, where we're gonna just go through some of the Instagram polls that I took with just some interesting questions and just see what you guys, you know, check the temperature of what's going on, how people are feeling socially, so on and so forth. Today's first question is, did you spend the last 10 years wisely? 37% of my audience said yes, and 65% said no. Now mind you, this is a poll that was answered by like 37,000 people, so that's kind of crazy. 10 years is a long time. I think a lot of people judge themselves really harshly because in hindsight, there's so much you could have done, you know what I mean? But I think it's less important to worry about the time that's already gone and more important to worry about, okay, like, how am I going to utilize these lessons and understand that, you know, maybe in my estimation, I didn't use the time wisely, but how am I going to, you know, make sure that doesn't happen again? Because wasting 10 years is one thing, but wasting 20, boy. Next question. I drank at least 1 glass of water yesterday. Now thank the Lord, 88% of you guys said yes, but 12% said no. That is insane. It's such a meme to be like, don't get involved with nobody who doesn't drink water, but like, you need to drink water, man. Like, it's most of your body. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy people are not drinking water. So speaking of really great commissions, I was also asked by Converse to do a little bit of a shoot for them. Basically just, you know, showing my artwork and stuff. And I always say like, you need to make sure that like you pay attention to the people around you, because I was just having a casual conversation with the guy who does the sound. And he ended up telling me that he's an MC and he's got like a whole music video which he's producing all by himself.
Panic and ring like young Jambo, that's a part-time. Come for the stomps to the grub ring baller. When I get flows, so I do what I wanna. All day, every day, hot like summer. I said I'm hot like Cali. In the night time in a Chinatown alley. Friday night, you won't see your pally. My family, few they move to Aggie.
The skill level it took to put the production together. Obviously, that was just a small clip of the video, but I'm telling you, this guy is so talented. Like, it's so sick to be around people like that. It's mad. So the next question was, within the last 7 days, I've thought about something I would change about my past. 77% said yes, and 23% said no. Now that's funny because I feel like me and my audience always mirror each other. Like, I knew you guys were my people because I do that all the time. It's so crazy. Like, and it's never really, you know, massive things that I would change. Like I said, hindsight, you know, there's so many things that like, you know, you could tweak, but like just every so often I'm like, wow, like if I had done this a little bit earlier, or oh, if I, you know, spoken to this person sooner, or any of these things, and like just how life would have changed. And I think it's fun to sometimes like, you know, think about that like in bursts, but you can get really caught up on that sort of thing. So I try not to do it too much, but it is kind of comforting to know that a lot of you guys are feeling the same way, I guess. This one's an interesting one. I think it's very subjective as well. I've given more to society than I've personally taken. So 44% said yes and 56% said no. is really tricky because it's hard to quantify that level. And also I think it just depends on your age. You know, the younger you are, the less opportunity you've had to give to society, and just naturally because of how we've structured, you know, how we live, young people do take more than they give. And it's not, you know, oh, you young people, you know what I mean, is that you whippersnappers? Like, it's not that deep. It's literally just because we've set society up in a way that, you know, you give to the young and then they contribute to society and they reshape it later. But for me personally, I think I've definitely taken more than I've given. And that's not because I think I'm necessarily, you know, just a taking as person, but I think that just the nature of, you know, the opportunities that have been presented to me, you know, but I don't think that it's necessarily a bad thing because I have deliberately given back to society. So it's an interesting one to think about, and it's quite an even split as well. Like I said, 44% yes, 56% no. This one's really interesting. I talk to myself worse than others talk about me. 77% said yes, and 23% said no. This one's super interesting as well because I feel like if you're the kind of person that beats yourself up in your own head, then that can like jump to other people's estimation of you, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, these people that are like very complimentary of themselves, but like not in a, you know, narcissistic way, but like they know what they're about. Like, I think they get less of the scorn than a lot of people that really just, you know, downgrade themselves. It's crazy to think that so many people do that. Like, in their own heads, they're just beating themselves up, and most people are just getting on with their lives and they're not even really thinking about negative or positive things about you. "24 hours in a day is enough." 41% said yes, and 59% said no. See, I wanna claim myself in the no pile because I do find that, you know, I'll be running out of time to do a whole bunch of crazy stuff that I really want to do. But when I really deep it, the amount of time that I kind of be wasting, it's a little bit off brand. I guess if we were all more economical with our time, we could do more. But yeah, it would be nice to have, you know, extra 1, 2, 3, 10 hours in a day, you know, maybe just to sleep. I don't know. Small details bore me. I'm a big picture person. So 27% said yes, and 73% said no. I think I'm definitely in the yes category. No, for the most part, I am a big picture person. Like, I don't like to dwell on the small stuff. I kind of just want to get things done. I think finish is better than perfect. The details are important. I think I have to force myself to, you know, look at those things, but I don't know. I'm definitely not a detailed orientated person, but it turns out that most of you guys are, so that's, I guess, a difference between us. I try really hard to control the way people perceive me. 55% said yes, and 45% said no. I think the 45% is the Zen mentally stable members of my community, and I fall into the not so much part. I think you can't completely control the way that people think of you, and it is effort to do that. But, you know, the word brand is really just a reputation, and the way that you control your reputation is through, you know, controlling perception. And these things are very important. Personally, you know, you want people to think of you in a nice way, and also professionally. And a good way to control the perception of you professionally is to have a good website. So that's a perfect way for me to transition into our sponsor for this video, Squarespace. With Squarespace, you can connect with your audience and generate revenue through gated, members-only content, manage your members, send email communications, and leverage your audience insights all on one easy-to-use platform. Like I said before, Pretty much just an easy way to control your public perception of your brand. Using Squarespace, you can display content from your social media platforms and automatically post website content to your preferred social media channels for maximum shareability. Squarespace has professional portfolio designs, customizable galleries, and you can even add password protected pages. All of the image blocks automatically scale to fit images to make sure that they always look right, and incorporate simple drag and drop tools to make sure you can get the best crop. Go to squarespace.com to get a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/CurrieGOAT to save 10% on your first purchase on the website or domain. To finish up, I just want to thank you guys for always supporting me, because you guys are pretty much the reason why all of these commissions are coming my way. Having a public audience really makes it easier for brands to see my artwork and, you know, to help your boy out. I got a couple big ones coming soon. Look out for those. And hopefully I'll have some videos up just to show you guys what I'm doing. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.